I guess it never really hit me how much of my retirement and benefit, my money that I put away I drained until I had to take the last of it out, and I'm going, it's gone. Now what do I do? Now, basically, if I was in Detroit, I would be on the streets. My name is Mary Eilola. I am 60 years of age. I will be 61 on Friday of next week. I grew up in Detroit. I now live in New Hudson. I've lived in Michigan all my life. My first job, like I said, was jail Hudson's. I went to the Bendix Corporation where I worked on their employee savings plan. I stayed home as part of my motherhood. I worked for Kmart's as a cashier and an office person for a time period. At that time I was in Westland. I moved back to Detroit when my children were small. I worked for St. Christine's Church for a long period of time, just before going, and after that it was a few little odd jobs, but I went basically from the church into banking. I worked in the commercial side and I really liked it. I enjoyed it. Between Franklin Bank and Michigan Heritage, I have 12 to 14 years. Franklin Bank merged and I was part of the downsizing, that seemed like from that point on is when things started getting a little rougher. I got laid off from Franklin in 2004. From there I went to Michigan Heritage Bank and I was laid off there. And they did eventually, they're one of the banks that unfortunately had a rough time and closed. I work with a lot of employment agencies. I apply online through Career Builders. I do the stop and cold calls, where you see a company and you keep going by it. And, okay, that looks interesting, check them out a little bit. Or just I'm out driving around. I always carry my resumes with me. And I just stop to see if I can find a position somewhere. Right now I have nothing coming in. Going out to cover my rent and my utilities and a couple little things that I shouldn't have done that I've been trying to pay off, and back medical bills from last year. I bought roughly about $1,300 I need. And right now I don't have any of that. Right now I'm one of these that did not receive the new extension for 2010. I've used up my 99 weeks. Financially, I'm in trouble. I'm not going to hide it. I am in trouble. I've used up my retirement. I have no retirement left. I've drained my accounts are empty. I've been praying that I get a job. I've applied at several places. Basically, since I came here to Operation Able, it's helped me to rebuild and refresh and make my skills stronger. Right now, I'm just looking for a position that will supply an income for myself. I've gotten a contact here through Operation Able, and they're going to help me with part of my rent. And I unfortunately have to go to members of my family if they can help me. My children are most of my family, my brothers and sisters, and they're all struggling like everybody else. They're just, hanging on to their jobs and doing what they can to take care of their own families. Same with my children, my two sons. My younger son is unemployed. He's hoping that a job that he just applied for in Brighton in a machine shop comes through for him. My older son works for Wallside, but he's got 2 kids and a house and whatever to take care of, and it's just keeping them going. So everybody's just basically working and struggling to make ends meet. And somehow I will. If you don't have some faith, you're not going to be able to survive. You got to have a little faith. It's just not an easy thing out there right now for anybody. And I feel our government did not think out the extension. What are you supposed to do? I don't want to be on unemployment. I would like to have a job. I'm not the brightest person in the world. I'm not the dumbest person in the world. I'm a very compassionate person. I don't understand how I got here.